Hey everybody, Jason here, here to do my weekly highlights for the week. I know I skipped last week, but if you watched my last video, I did mention that right now I'm thinking of kind of doing bi-weekly weekly highlights. I guess that would be bi-weekly highlights, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm just kind of playing it by ear. I know last week I just felt like I didn't have a lot of new stuff or different things to talk about that I haven't already talked about before, but this week I do have some stuff, so we'll just get right into it. I always like to start off with the candles. This one I'm really loving, the sweet cinnamon pumpkin. It is so good. Now this reminds me a little bit of Yankee spiced pumpkin, which is my favorite pumpkin scent, but this one is a little bit more spicy. It's heavier on the cinnamon, as you can imagine from the name of it, but I love it. It's got a great throw. It just really smells so delicious. You get that pumpkin scent with very spicy cinnamon. I don't know that it's really sweet. Sweetness is medium, I would say. I mean, it's not super sweet. I've definitely had sweeter pumpkin scents, but I really like this one. It's very similar, like I said, to the spiced pumpkin, but spicier, I would say. But I'm thinking about, they've got a 2 for $20 going on right now at Bath & Body Works, if you don't know. 2 for $20 on their 3-wick candles through Sunday. So I am considering maybe going and picking up a few. And if I do, I could definitely see me picking up another sweet cinnamon pumpkin. I like it that much, and I'm burning it pretty fast, as you can see. And then the other one I have this week to talk about is Harvest Welcome. I really like this scent. At first, it smelled a little odd to me, like I've melted the tart several times, and I just thought that it didn't smell quite the same as the tart. It seemed to be missing the spice element a little bit, so I don't know what the deal was, but as it's burned down, it's starting to smell like I remember, or like I know it to from the tart. So I'm starting to get more of the spice note, and it's a little sweet, just a little spicy with some pumpkin, but it's got an element of freshness to it as well, like kind of like a fall air type freshness. So it's a really different kind of scent. I actually really like it, and I'm enjoying the jar. It's burning beautifully, as you can see. So and it's a really, the label is just great. The label is just fantastic for this time of year. So I really like it for the label as well. And then tonight I'm burning Fall Air, which is actually Fall Festival, but it's been renamed for the discount stores, and I like it. It's definitely Fall Festival, but it smells maybe a little bit lighter. I am burning it without an Aluma-lid tonight, just because it's towards the end and I've got a really strong flame, and I feel like I can get a full wax pull without the lid. And if I don't, for some reason, I feel like, you know, it's so close to the end that it wouldn't be the end of the world. But as you can see, I've got a big flame going there, and it's, I mean, you can't see the wax pull, but it's getting there. So I decided to throw caution to the wind and burn it without an Aluma-lid, which I usually do not do unless they are getting towards the end, because I do not like a tunneling candle. Nothing ruins my wax high more than a tunneling candle. So so that's all the candles that I brought out to talk about. And I decided not to do Yankee this week because, Yankee tarts, because I always show you these Yankee tarts, and at this point we've gone through them all. I've talked about, you know, every Yankee scent that I care to talk about right now. I mean, eventually I will get into the Christmas ones, and we'll get into that, but for right now I'm doing all fall, and I've talked about all the fall Yankee tarts. So I left those out, although I did melt a bunch of Yankee. But we'll go over first the Better Homes and Gardens, which I have talked about as well. But now that I've finished up some of them, I have more of a hot throw opinion on them. So the first one I have is Spiced Apple and Clove. I love this. This is so good. Now, I want to say again that my Walmart just, when they sold out of these, they didn't get any more. Back in September, middle of September is when I found them. And I mean, I'm telling you, they are popular because they were wiped out within a few days. A couple of days later, I went to get some more and they were almost picked over. And then the next time I went back, gone. Done. No more. Nada. So these went super fast. I don't know if your Walmart keeps them in stock, but my Walmart never got any more. Now, I don't understand it because I'm thinking, okay, these flew off the shelves. They were insanely popular, and then they don't restock them? I mean, I don't get it. They could make a killing, you know, ordering more and selling them. So I don't know what the deal is, but they're gone. So once I'm out of these fall Better Homes and Gardens cubes, I'm out. And I mean, I suppose, I mean, I live in a large city, so I could drive all over town to different Walmarts and look for them. But I have my one specific Walmart I go to, and if I happen to be at another Walmart, of course I'll look for them. But other than that, you know, I've got other stuff to keep me busy. But I just wish my Walmart would keep them in stock. Rant over. Spiced Apple and Clove. I love this. It's super, super strong, spicy. You really get the clove. Of course, you get the apple, but the clove is really strong in this, and I like that. So it's really good for a cold night. So I even think a little bit of Christmas. It's so clovey. But I love this scent, and I did finish it, and there is no more. Sad day. But if you can get your hands on it and you like a spicy apple scent, definitely check it out. The next one I have, Spiced Apple Citrus. Now this one I did not like as well. I wanted to because I love spicy apple scents, but I don't know. These are so strong. You can smell this fragrance, you know, in the empty container. So it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not one that I loved. The citrus, I think, was a little stronger in it than I personally care for in this type of scent, and the spice and the apple was more in the background. So you really got the citrus, mostly I did. So very nice, but definitely not as good to me as like the Spiced Apple and Clove. Then Ginger Spice Cake. I do think I have maybe another one of this one, which I love it. It's not a new scent, but it's one that I really like. And I wouldn't just melt this in the fall. It would be fine for all winter. But this is a very spicy bakery scent. It's got a lot of ginger and a lot of spice, but it's really, really nice and very, very strong. So I do enjoy that one. Then I finished up my Juicy Blackberry Currant. This one was a big surprise for me on how much I loved it. Oh, it's so good. I love it. It really is very juicy, and it's a very deep, rich fruit scent. You really get that blackberry and I guess currant. But I mean, it's a very deep, rich, fruity scent. I just said that like 3 times, but I love it, and it's super, super strong. Then I'm loving this one still. I still have another container of this because I did go back and get 2 or 3, and I've been through like 2 containers of this already. I absolutely love it. It's Mountain Cabin Escape, and to me, it's dead on Yankee's Autumn Lodge. I've said that before, but for those of you who love Autumn Lodge, it's been retired. I have heard some rumblings about maybe it's coming back as a treasure, but as you all know, even if it does come back as a treasure, they do not make tarts in the treasure scents anymore. So you still wouldn't be able to get tarts in this, so in Autumn Lodge. So this is the closest thing you're going to find to an Autumn Lodge tart. I don't know of any other dupes of it, but this is that scent. I know the scent well. I've had somebody tell me that they didn't think it was, but I know it and know it well, and I'm gonna say this is Autumn Lodge. And then finally, Crisp Fall Leaves, my very favorite. I don't know, it's maybe a toss-up with Mountain Cabin Escape now, but Crisp Fall Leaves, love the scent. Do I have another one of that? I want to say I have one more of this. I'm hoping, but actually I think I don't. But anyways, love this scent. It's super nice, very crisp, very outdoorsy, very woodsy. So it smells a lot like Yankee's Autumn Leaves, although not exact, but it's really super nice. And if you can find it, grab it. And then I melted a few of my candles from the keeping room. I'm surprised, actually. I've gone through 4 of my candles from the keeping room tarts already. So the first one is Apple Dumpling. Now I have this one in right now. Let me get a whiff, because I've been smelling all these others. I want to say that this smells nice. Now, I love candles from the keeping room. Do not get me wrong. I can smell something pleasant, but this is not a real strong fragrance, and it's not a very distinct fragrance. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to like get the notes, and all I can tell you is that I'm smelling like a spicy bakery. The apple is not coming out super strong for me right now, but it does smell like something maybe baking in the oven and maybe a hint of fruit. So, but it's really nice. I do like it. Not one of Candles from the Keeping Room's strongest. Now, last night I melted mulled cider. This one was really good. This one was different than a lot of the mulled ciders that I've smelled. In fact, it was more Macintosh-like. It had a very strong Macintosh apple fragrance with some spice. And what it reminded me of was the retired Yankee fragrance Cider Web. Cider Web was a really Macintosh heavy cider scent, and so is this one. So if you liked Cider Web, I would absolutely recommend mulled cider. It was really, really nice, and a little bit different than your usual apple cider. And then, oh, this one, Bushels of Fun. Super strong. I mean, this one was strong. And this one lingered. Like, the next day, I cleaned out the tart warmer, and I could still smell this fragrance all in the living room. So it's like it almost got in the fabric. It was that strong. Just one of those scents that lingers for a long time. Now, the fragrance is very unique. There's some fruit. I think there's some apples and pears, but there's definitely like nuts and like caramel, and it actually kind of reminds me a little bit of this one, Fall Festival, but it's a really kind of unique fragrance, and it's very, very, very strong. I do like it. And then last night I melted, was it last night? I think so, Sweet Harvest Pumpkin, and it was really, really nice. It's it was definitely sweet, but not very spicy. So you get the pumpkin, and I know I always compare stuff to other scents. Think sweet cinnamon pumpkin minus the cinnamon, just and sweeter. So it was just a really nice pumpkin scent that was sweet, but not bakery. It wasn't really bakery. So it wasn't a pumpkin pie. It was just a pumpkin with some sweetness and maybe nutmeg or something, but not like a cinnamon spicy spice type smell, if that made any sense. And then we're almost done. Candleberry Cinnamon Broomstick. Now, Candleberry, I have been very impressed with these samples that my wax buddies sent me. These I've really enjoyed, and they're so strong. Every one of them that I've smelled has been super strong. And this cinnamon broomstick was very nice. It's a cinnamon scent, yes, but there was something else going on in the fragrance. I meant to look it up and get all the notes and stuff because, of course, it was heavy on the cinnamon, very spicy, super strong. But there was something else going on in there. Maybe a hint of a woody note. I don't know, and maybe that's the broomstick part. But it was a really kind of different cinnamon scent. So I really liked it, and I'm telling you, these Candleberry melts, very strong. Now, Front Porch Pumpkin Spice Cake. You can't really see that, but that's what it is. There it is. This one was really nice. I was saving it for just a cold night, and last week we had just a few really cold nights. We even had our first freeze, which typically in Oklahoma, our first freeze doesn't really happen until the beginning of November. So we've already had it. It was one of the earliest freezes in the fall that we've ever had on record. So of course I loved it because it was, it's very fall-like. I just love the fall weather, and we've had a really nice fall so far. The leaves are changing outside, and it's been beautiful. Now it's decided to warm up this week, but at least we got the leaves changing. And anyways, I'm getting off track, but one of those really cold nights I popped in pumpkin spice cake, and it's just a really cozy pumpkin bakery scent, and I really enjoyed it. And then the last one that I have to talk about tonight is Granny's Homemade Apple Butter from Kim's. This was my very last tart by Kim. I need to place an order ASAP, but right now I don't know when that's going to happen, but I hope for it to happen soon. If I don't get an order in for fall scents, definitely going to try to get some Christmas scents, because I am missing Kim's, and I always have tarts from Kim's, so to be down to my last one and then use it, that was hard for me. But anyways, I saved one of the best for last. This is probably the strongest tart from Kim that I've ever tried. It's Granny's Homemade Apple Butter, super strong, spicy. It's almost overwhelming at first. When it first melts, it's almost too much. Now, you will hardly ever hear me say that a scent is almost too strong. This one pushed it, and it's almost like, wow, can I handle this? But then if you can power through that, it starts to mellow out, and the spices kind of mellow out, and you get more of that apple butter fragrance, because at first it's so spicy and strong that you're not really getting the apple butter. And then once it calms down a little bit, because it lasts a long time, the apple butter really kind of comes through, and the spices settle down, and it's more harmonious with all the notes. But it's really good. I like it. I like to power through that part where I'm thinking, can I handle this? Definitely, if you have a candle going, you're not going to smell the candle. You're not going to smell any other tarts you may have going. This is going to overpower every single thing ever. So, but it's really a nice scent. So if you like them strong, definitely recommend it. So folks, that's it tonight. I just got a package from one of my viewers. She emailed me, messaged me, and said, you know what, I have some Front Porch tarts. I saw that you like Front Porch. I actually don't like them, and would you be interested in me sending them to you? And I was like, wow, that's awesome and so sweet. And so, I mean, who can turn down tarts? So she sent me a package today, and so I got a whole bunch of, it was just packed with Front Porch tarts, and there were even some Candles by Victoria tarts in there. So thank you so much. I'm not going to say her name because I don't know, if she wants me to. But she knows who she is. If you're watching, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Everything smells amazing. I actually did pop in Celtic Moon Spice from front porch in my warmer in the bedroom, and I'm going to go in there and see how it's doing right now and go smell it. So anyways, thanks everybody for watching, and you all have a great night and a wonderful weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.